releasing the names of the people that have been getting checks from the government for the last 4 years, probably even longer than that. Let's go ahead and take a look at this clip and tell me what you guys think in the comments.
What we're going to do is tomorrow I'm having a news conference. I'm going to read to you some of the names that hundreds of millions and even billions of dollars have been given to. And if you tell me that we should be giving money to those things, those entities, I think you'll probably have to leave as a reporter because you're not very talented. When you look at the kind of money, billions and billions of dollars being thrown away illegally.
Illegally.
There's no chance. I mean, I say it in front of our Attorney General, there's no chance that there's not kickbacks or something going on.
Exactly.
You give millions and millions of dollars to somebody that stands to look at something for 15 minutes and walks away with millions of dollars.
Wow. So he must be talking about something specific. For him to say that, he's talking about something that he specifically saw that pissed him off.
That money's coming back in some form, and that's only one form of corruption. The biggest thing is what they do to our country. They're taking massive amounts of money and spending it on items. I went through a list of 200 expenditures that were made, and I found 3 that looked like they were reasonable.
So, okay, I'm going to end the clip there, and I'm just going to say this. That's the reason why the Pentagon cannot pass an audit, because the same people that are going through in the Pentagon and are sending money to these foreign countries that they know are being money laundered, but they have to do their part. They have to step back and do their job. Otherwise, they're going to be outcasted. They're going to be fired. They're never going to get another job for the rest of their life that means anything. They're going to work at Taco Bell for the rest of their life, right? And so apparently this is all going to come out. All of this wasted dollars, all of these pointless funds that we've been not only into organizations and specific business ventures, but also like apparently what he's saying, like the tools to get a job done. So like something that might be a recurring payment, something that somebody probably isn't going to check the books on every time because it seems like a routine thing. So therefore it passes the checks and balances. I think that's what he's talking about. And if he's going to come out and talk about that and expose that, that's going to be huge. That's going to be absolutely huge. So not only is Doge going after the big spending in the government that relates to like foreign nations, internal revenue, things that genuinely matter, but also it goes to experiments on animals. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you the list: injecting puppies with cocaine, putting dead turtles on treadmills, staging hamster fight clubs, holy shit, sticking marbles into cats. I'm not saying that. Holy fuck. Okay, yeah. So obviously that's bad. All of that is really, really bad. And we don't support that. And this guy is going to come out and tell you that the government found that they were spending all this money on all this shit, and they're going to cut it. Let's go ahead and watch.
Tax dollars into animal tests despite the horrible return on investment. Experiments we've uncovered range from the savage to the stupid: injecting puppies with cocaine, staging hamster fight clubs, putting dead turtles on treadmills. One of the reasons this problem has gotten so out of control is a stunning lack of innovation, transparency, and accountability.
Yes.
Agencies do not report or even track, in some cases, how much money is being spent, how many animals are used, what's being done to them, where, and what taxpayers are getting out of it.
And see, that's money laundering 101. Tell me that's not money laundering. What else could it be? Because if it's not aiding human research, what else could it be for? It's to money launder. It's to put money into people's pockets where it doesn't belong. Because if the taxpayers knew that you were doing that, they wouldn't agree. That's the number one thing. They would not agree. And that's why you have to do it this way.
I think we would all support taxpayer savings, look into money we might needlessly send to billionaires and big corporations, find taxpayer savings, and send it back to your hardworking family. But instead, what House Republicans and the Trump-Musk administration want to do is they want to look into your kids' lunch money, your kids' teacher's salary, into your grandparents' Social Security.
Hey, you know what? I'm not going to lie. That's hilarious to me because this is the same guy from the same party that hired 88,000 IRS agents to come after your tax dollars. Think about that. This person is trying to tell you that Elon Musk and Donald Trump, the two people that are coming out and exposing all of this corruption, all of this misappropriation of funds, that they're the bad guys. They're the real bad guys. I posted a video on my page not too long ago. I think it was yesterday, talking about a guy who he was on their side. He was on the left side, and then he realized that's not my enemy. There's no way that can be my enemy. Based off of what you're telling me and what he's telling me, he cannot be my enemy. It doesn't make logical sense. Therefore, you must be my enemy.
They want to take that money and give it out in billionaire tax cuts, and they're talking about that in committee tomorrow.
It's funny because that's actually not what they're talking about tomorrow. What they're talking about tomorrow is all of the billions of funding that Donald Trump found, along with the previous video with the animals where funds were being misappropriated. And apparently people like Mr. Kassar, he probably didn't get any kickback from this. He's probably being told, hey, you better go up there and say that if you want to keep your job. If you want to keep this position and title that you have, you better go up there and say this because you're the guy to say it.
In Budget Committee tomorrow, they just released their plan. So let me be clear. When Republicans talk about government efficiency in this Congress, they're not looking into billionaires who don't pay their taxes. They're not looking into billionaires who get rich off of government contracts. They're not looking into Elon Musk firing watchdogs who are supposed to keep him accountable. They're looking at cutting your public schools. They're going straight for your Social Security.
Cutting public schools and going for your Social Security. Wow. If that's not fear-mongering, I don't know what the fuck is. Look, I don't usually make blanket statements about people, but Yana Presley, whoever the fuck that is, you're a communist. Okay? Flat out, you're a communist. I'm not gonna mince words. I'm not gonna say anything different. And you are a fascist. Okay, I'm gonna let her explain why I feel that way.
Look, let me tell you something. I'll take a bit of umbrage here. I'll speak on behalf of my colleagues. I think I can say we are all willing to work with anyone who's serious about doing the work of censoring the American people and advancing progress.
Censoring American people and advancing progress. Tell me that's not China. Tell me that's not China 101 right there. And dude, I do not like this person. I was going to say something a lot more direct, but I'm not going to. I do not like this person. Because holy shit, you're calling for the censoring of American citizens. Just wait until it's flipped back on you, though. For right now, it's convenient because it's stuff that you don't agree with that's being said on the majority scale. But just wait until you're the majority scale. Just wait until whatever you're saying is factually correct in your mind and everything that you've come to know about the world. And then somebody comes out and says, nah, he's bullshit. He's just racist. She's just lying. It's nothing but crap. And she's trying to manipulate you. You know, that'll never happen because they'll never be in that kind of position. But, it's a good example of something that they wouldn't appreciate. And we all can agree this person more than likely would not appreciate if somebody on the other side, if she was in Donald Trump's position and was president or was working for somebody who was president, she would not agree with the contradictory statements and therefore becoming a dictator. Guys, I don't know about you, but I've gotten kind of sick of being called a racist and all other kinds of shit just because I'm white and I don't agree with whatever they have to say. Listen to this and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, to uplift the black community. White supremacy is rampant in this country. Just look at the current administration and our own legislative body.
Just look at our current administration. Why didn't you say that during the last administration? The only difference is there's two white guys. The last administration, there was one, okay? And she was married to a white guy, okay? Why are you bringing this up now? Why is it all of a sudden such a big deal now? Okay, that's my thing, okay? Because Donald Trump has been in office for less than 3 weeks, and everything that he's done is not good enough for y'all. It's not good enough. It's always got to be something else. There's got to be more transparency, even though it's the most transparent administration that we've had in years. They got to show more proof of what they're doing because they're signing so many executive orders and there's no proof. It's like, dude, you can't have it both ways. Either they're not signing executive orders and they're not doing their work, and or they're signing executive orders and they're doing their work. Okay, you can't have it both ways. So we're just going to go ahead and end this clip right here because honestly, I don't care what else she has to say about any of this crap. I just wanted to give you guys my take on this. We got a lot of new followers here. So if you enjoy our content, please hit the like. Every like and bookmark and share adds up, and it really matters. And if you're a new viewer and you haven't followed this channel, please follow this channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers. The sooner we can do that, the more content you'll see from me. So that's it as far as Eclipse today. We might have one more, but more than likely that's gonna be about it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we were done recording for the night, but I had somebody on TikTok, Greg Martin, and I'll add his bio here in the video. Greg Martin sent me this video of the EPA director talking about how Biden administration misappropriated our funds, our tax dollars, to the tune of $20 billion. Let me repeat that: $20 fucking billion went to NGOs and private investor companies that got their own discretion on how they invested their money with our tax dollars. So let's go ahead and listen to what the EPA director has to say.
Fortunately, my awesome team at EPA has found the gold bars. Shockingly, roughly $20 billion of your tax dollars were parked at an outside financial institution by the Biden EPA. This scheme was the first of its kind in EPA history, and it was purposefully designed to obligate all of the money in a rush job with reduced oversight.
Another example of money laundering.
This pot of $20 billion was awarded to just 8 entities that were then responsible for doling out your money to NGOs and others at their discretion with far less transparency.
And surely they didn't have anything to do on the back end with Biden. Surely not. No, that didn't exist.
Just over $7 billion was sent to one entity called the Climate United Fund.
$7 billion.
I'm sure you and I now have some of the same questions.
Yeah.
How do these organizations decide how to allocate funding?
Yeah.
How much money have they given out so far and to whom?
Yeah.
Are there any former Biden EPA staffers who are now working at these entities?
Okay.
One thing abundantly clear. At this point, there is zero reason to suspect any wrongdoing by the bank.
He's basically solely putting it on the Biden administration, saying basically y'all circumvented the banks. Y'all made the banks think something legitimate was going on when it wasn't, and the banks were just doing their job.
Position as EPA administrator. The financial agent agreement with the bank needs to be instantly terminated, and the bank must immediately return all of the gold bars that the Biden administration tossed off the Titanic.
What bank? I guess the National Treasury, I assume.
EPA needs to reassume responsibility for all of these funds. We will review every penny that has gone out the door.
Wow.
We'll be referring this matter to the Inspector General's office, and we'll work with the Justice Department as well.
Wow. So it sounds like the Biden administration has fucked up significantly. And it seems like they used the old man as a patsy to get away with a bunch of shit they knew they weren't supposed to get away with. And, well, it'll fall back on Biden because he's the president and he signed the okays and he, dotted the I's and crossed the T's. So it'll go back on him. It won't fall on us.
The days of irresponsibly shoveling boatloads of cash to far-left activist groups in the name of environmental justice and climate equity are over.
I think everybody knows that.
More transparent and accountable government than what transpired these past 4 years.
So we'll cut it there. I agree. I'm glad that Greg sent me this video. Like I said, I'm going to have his @ in the description of this video. So thank you for sending that to me. That's huge. That's huge news. It's one of those things that we're gonna have to monitor and see what the updates are and what they end up coming out with the report on as far as what got spent where, what money got sent where, who was able to decide what funds went where, because I don't know if you remember earlier in the video, it said it went to 8 different entities. So that's 8 different private companies that it went to, and they all got their own discretion on who got what. So hopefully we'll get an answer on that, and that's what I'm going to be looking for. And again, thank you, Greg, for sending me that video.